Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is playing out another rejection from this short-term resistance, while Ethereum is cooling off from overbought territories after the recent breakout to the upside, which I'll talk about later in the video, so definitely stick around. First of all, starting off on the 3-day Bitcoin chart, and right now we are clearly still seeing a large bearish divergence form on the 3-day Bitcoin chart because we're still seeing higher highs in the price and lower highs in the 3-day Bitcoin RSI. But at least as of right now, the latest lower high in the 3-day Bitcoin RSI is not yet confirmed in place because we don't have enough red candle closes here on the 3-day time frame confirming the lower high in place in the 3-day Bitcoin RSI. Because as I've explained in recent videos here on the channel, let's just say if we continue to see more green price action, then of course that can raise the RSI into a new high, and of course that would mean we don't have a bearish divergence at all. But at least for now, while this is forming, it is something to keep in mind and pay attention to in case it does end up confirming, and more importantly, if we get a rejection from this significant area of resistance, obviously that could help confirm this large bearish divergence. But anyway, zooming into the daily Bitcoin chart, and we also have a bearish divergence here on the daily time frame, which is currently active on the chart, technically speaking, because it has already been confirmed with a few red candle closes on the daily time frame. And so basically what this means is that we're due to see reduced bullish momentum in the somewhat shorter term relative to the daily time frame, which usually means around 1 to 2 weeks on average when we're talking about the bearish divergence on the daily chart. So at least for now, I would mostly be expecting either choppy sideways price action or perhaps a slight pullback here in the Bitcoin price, because those are usually the most common outcomes for a bearish divergence, especially here on the daily time frame. Now, sometimes we can get a much more bearish outcome like this previous bearish divergence. Obviously, we clearly got a much more bearish outcome from that, but just understand this outcome does not happen after every bearish divergence. Once again, sometimes we simply just see some choppy sideways price action before potentially continuing higher later on, considering as of right now, we are still in a larger bullish trend. Even with that large pullback during March this year, technically that still occurred within this larger bullish trend. So at least for now, we're still taking a pause from the bullish trend, but we have not broken the bullish trend as of right now. And now if you zoom into the shorter term, this is on the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and we can clearly see right here that the Bitcoin price is still extremely neutral, not overly bullish or overly bearish, just in the short term. Once again, we're mostly chopping around sideways as we've been seeing for the last 2 weeks or so. And once again, these support and resistance areas have not changed over the last few days, so we still have short-term support in between around 26.5k to 26.9k and short-term resistance in between 28.6k to around 29k. And obviously over the last 1 day, we have seen another rejection from this resistance, which is not out of the ordinary. We've seen this quite a lot over the last couple of weeks. So once again, at least in the short term here on the 4-hour chart, we are not really in a bullish or bearish trend. We're just in a choppy sideways price range, which is essentially taking a pause from the larger bullish trend on the larger timeframes. But anyway, now taking a look at the Bitcoin dominance, and once again, we are still seeing a rejection here in the Bitcoin dominance from this significant range of resistance. And I won't be going too much into detail about this chart in this video because that's exactly what I did in recent videos here on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, check out my last 1 to 2 videos here on this channel. But basically, if this weekly candle closes with the candle in the red, then obviously that would help confirm this rejection in the Bitcoin dominance, which would be a strong signal pointing towards an altcoin season, meaning altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. And once again, if you want to know more about that, then check out my last 1 to 2 videos here on the channel. But anyway, now taking a look at the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the 3-day ETH to US dollar chart. And obviously, as you can see here, right now, the price of ETH is in between this 38.2% Fibonacci level and this 50% retracement level. And obviously, as I also also explained in my last video, this 38.2% Fibonacci level was sitting at around 1.7k and was acting as significant resistance until recently. Obviously, we've seen a breakout above 1.7k, and now the next significant retracement level, that 50% level, is sitting at around $2,000, making that the next significant resistance based on the Fibonacci retracement tool, and also based on this previous high that we saw during August last year. Once again, that's also sitting at approximately $2,000. And now if you're zooming into the daily time frame, right here we can see this range of resistance based on this previous high, once again roughly around $2,000. More specifically, I've got this range in between around 1980 to 2040, and just over the last few days the price of ETH has invalidated this bearish divergence on the daily time frame by making new highs in the price action, and more importantly, we've seen some new highs in the RSI, a breakout in the daily Ethereum RSI, invalidating this bearish divergence on the daily time frame. And on top of that, once again, we've clearly seen a breakout above this previous area of resistance, which was sitting in between around 1770 to 1820, which should now be acting as new support in case we see a pullback here. And in fact, if you're zooming into the shorter term, this is on the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart, and obviously since the recent local highs, we have seen a bit of a short-term pullback in the price of ETH after the 4-hour Ethereum RSI did recently enter into overbought territories, basically telling us that the price has gone too far to the upside too quickly, and we need a little bit of time to cool off and basically reset this RSI before potentially continuing higher later on. And as for support right now, once again, I'll be looking towards this previous area of resistance to act as new supports, basically in case we see a retest. And this area right here is sitting in between around 1830 to around 1850 approximately. And in terms of the trend in the short term for the price of ETH, unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum is actually looking slightly more bullish in the short term, clearly because of the recent breakout to the upside. We have new higher highs in place and also higher lows. So unlike Bitcoin, which is still in this choppy sideways price range, Ethereum, on the other hand, is looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin just in the short term, which coincides with the Bitcoin dominance getting a rejection, which once again means altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. But either way, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the prices are going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money if the price is just chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.